Hello friends and happy spring. I was inspired to create a fun spring drugstore makeup look when our family recently made a trip to the Minnesota Landscape Arboretum, which is a real treasure in our area. Our grandkids know us very well, and for Christmas this year, they gave us a year-long membership to the Arboretum. In the spring, we especially love seeing all the flowering trees, as well as the gorgeous redbud trees in all their full glory. So the pinks, purples, and blues from Beige Cosmetics Summer and Saint-Tropez palette seem to be the perfect eyeshadow palette choice for today's look. Unfortunately, this palette seems to be sold out on the Beige Cosmetics website. I hope it's coming back, but it's unclear if that's the case. But this is what it looks like. Other drugstore palettes that I love to pull out this time of year include ColourPop's Lilac You a Lot, and I imagine this is one that many of you have. How can you not think spring when you see this? And ColourPop's In the Springs palette. Those oranges with complementary blue colors are absolutely sensational. What I feel complements these beautiful eyeshadow springtime colors is face makeup that's soft and glowy. And the beautiful drugstore products I'll be talking about and demonstrating in just a few moments are the key to creating a gorgeous, glowy springtime look. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're returning, thank you so much. My mission with this channel, and my mission overall with my work as a professional makeup artist, is to help those of us with mature skin feel vital, supported, celebrated, and beautiful. So I love sharing tips, makeup secrets, and product recommendations with you so you can feel like the very best version of you. And we also occasionally focus on health and wellness and fashion. And speaking of fashion, when I saw this top and these earrings, I knew I had to hit that add to cart button because these colors and the print as well as the earrings certainly make me think spring. Well, as always, I'll include links in the description box below, not only to the makeup products that I'll be mentioning today, but also to what I'm wearing. So now let's complete today's spring drugstore makeup look using some really special drugstore products. The first product is one that I feel works especially well for a softer spring look, and it's actually the product I use today on my eyebrows. Rather than filling in my brows precisely with a brow powder and pencil like I usually do, I simply used e.l.f.'s Wow Brow to give my eyes some color and greater fullness due to the built-in fibers. It's definitely a softer look. But I also need a product to cover up my white and gray eyebrow hairs, and that's when Maybelline's product comes in handy. It's their Brow Fast Sculpt product, and I think it's now called their Express Brow product. When I picture a beautiful spring makeup look, the first thing I envision is beautiful, healthy, glowing skin. Well, there are many different ways to accomplish this look, and skincare and skin prep before makeup are crucial, as we all know. But there are also some specific products that can be absolute game changers. Two of my favorites are these next two products, which can be used in multiple ways to create a stunning, glowy skin. They can be applied after moisturizer and before foundation as a face primer. They can be mixed in with foundation, or they can be applied over makeup in strategic places. Now, just how much glow we can create depends on two things. First, when in our makeup routine we apply a glowy product, and two, what other products we're using along with it. Let's first talk about number one, when in our makeup routine we apply a glowy product. If we apply a glowy face primer before foundation, we most likely won't see as much glow as we would if we mix the glowy product with our foundation. And now let's talk about number two, the other products we're applying along with it. If we mix a glowy product into a foundation that has a strong matte finish, we won't see as much glow as we would see if we mix that glowy product with a foundation with a more skin-like or satin finish. And of course, if we mix a glowy product in with a glowy foundation, well, we might end up looking a bit like an oil slick by the end of the day. And we, of course, also have to keep in mind what works best for us if we have dry, combination, or oily skin. Those of us with oily skin may not need to add any glowy product as a face primer or mix it in with a glowy foundation. Well, now let's talk about two great drugstore products that can help us create a gorgeous glow, whether we use it as a primer, mix it in with our foundation, or apply it liberally as a highlighter. The first product is Flower Beauty's Supernova Celestial Skin Elixir. This is a product I've never talked about before because frankly I never knew about it until recently, although it's been around for quite a long time. In fact, it first launched in 2018. It's a gel-based serum with a pearlescent pigment. It turns into an easy-to-apply, slightly thicker liquid when applied to the skin and creates a soft, hydrated complexion that helps foundation glide on more easily. It's a blend of 6 antioxidant-rich oils, including jojoba seed oil, camellia seed oil, and kukui nut oil. I'm probably mispronouncing that. And all of these nourish, protect, and soothe the skin. I love the lovely, glassy, skin-like look that it creates, especially when mixed with foundation or applied over foundation. It can also be used as a moisturizer after cleansing, as a face primer, or it can be added to foundation to create even extra glow. Well, I'm going to apply it as a primer to one side of my face. Now, this product comes with a dropper, so I'm going to put a little bit on my back of my hand. And I have to show you this. It's really pretty. And then I'm just going to tap it on. And blend it in. Ooh, and I probably added a little too much. I'm gonna be an oil slick. There's no question. All right. Discretion is the name of the game when applying this. You don't need nearly as much as I used. Okay, I think you can see how glowy that is. The second beautiful drugstore option that can be used the same way is ColourPop's recently launched Liquid Light Glow Drops, which come in 3 colors. Petalite, which is a silvery soft baby pink, and that's what I have. Sun O'Clock, which is an icy champagne, and Vice Boulevard, which is a warm golden bronze. This is an ultra-reflective liquid highlighter for face or body, which is weightless and blends in effortlessly. It has light-reflecting superfine pearls and is infused with squalene to boost hydration as well. And as with the Flower Beauty product, you can wear it alone, mix it with foundation, use it as a highlighter, or even add it to body lotion. And of course, you can always mix any of these colors together or mix them with other highlighters or blushes in your collection to create a custom look. And I have a hunch you could even use the beautiful warm golden bronze color Venice Boulevard as an eyeshadow. Well, I'm going to go ahead and apply this as my primer on the other side of my face. First, going to shake it really well. And this really has a metallic look to it. This was going to be really interesting. It doesn't blend in quite as easily as the Flower Beauty product. As you can see, it doesn't spread as easily. The other one is more liquidy. This has a little thicker texture. But wow, I may regret using both of these products. Woo! Wow, I don't know. Let's compare the glows. This is the Flower Beauty side, and this is the ColourPop side. I think I'm looking a little bit like the Tin Man in The Wizard of Oz. Now, hopefully, when we apply the foundation, it's going to calm things down a bit. Now I'm going to apply my foundation over these 2 primers, and we'll see what kind of result we get. My foundation will be a mixture of L'Oreal's Age Perfect Serum Foundation with Catrice's True Skin Hydrating Foundation. Now this foundation from L'Oreal, the Age Perfect Serum Foundation, has a bit of a glow, but when I mix it with the Catrice foundation, it becomes more of a satin to matte finish. And here's the Catrice True Skin Hydrating Foundation. All right, this will be interesting. I'm just going to press it in initially, and after I get it pressed in, I'll do some blending and buffing. As you can see, that's substantially cutting down the glow, which is a good thing. I'm afraid if I'd gone out on the street or to a store wearing that close, people might have thought I was radioactive. Good heavens. Now I think I look approachable with an appropriate amount of glow. So let's take a closer look at each of these sides. This is the side with the Flower Beauty Elixir, and this is the side with the ColourPop drops. The fourth product is for those of you who want some glow, but perhaps not quite as much as the two previous products provide. It's a longtime cult favorite from Flower Beauty and is a remarkable dupe for one of Charlotte Tilbury's liquid highlighters. It's Flower Beauty's Spotlight Liquid Highlighter, and I have it in the shade Opal, which is a white gold. But it also comes in Gleam, which is a rose gold, and Gilded, which is a bronze shade. These can be strategically applied to areas where we'd like to create additional glow, such as along the upper cheekbone and at the top of the Cupid's bow. It's a squeeze tube with a sponge tip applicator, and fortunately there is a way to twist the top to keep the product from leaking out at the top. This is truly one of Flower Beauty's best products. And here's that sponge tip applicator. As you can see, this is a brand new product, so it's not yet messy. So I'm just going to turn it to the on position and then squeeze it so I get some product up at the sponge, which is always kind of satisfying to do. And then I'm just going to swatch it on the back of my hand so you can see it. Then you want to make sure you turn it so it is off. And here's what it looks like. The fifth product that can help create a beautiful springtime look is from NYX. It's their Pro Fix Sticks, which are not only wonderfully easy to use and handy, but which also offer a wide range of shades, not only for concealing, but also for color correcting. You can use them to deal with redness, blemishes, dark spots, under eye circles, and discoloration. After color correcting, layer on the complexion shades as needed to conceal and brighten. What I love most is that they layer flawlessly under or over foundation for a full face fix. And since they're very slim and have an angled tip, it's possible to apply them very precisely. Here's how the color correcting shades can help. The 0.1 green neutralizes redness on light to medium skin tones. The 0.2 pink brightens and conceals discoloration on fair to medium skin tones. 0.3 yellow brightens and conceals discoloration on fair to light skin tones. 0.4 dark peach brightens and conceals discoloration on medium to deep skin tones. And 0.5 apricot conceals hyperpigmentation and offsets dark areas on deep skin tones. There's also a 0.6, which is brick red, and this corrects deep discoloration on rich, deep skin tones. I have 3 shades, pink, fair, and light, and I'm going to color correct under my eyes with the pink, use the fair shade as my light contour, and use the light shade, which is a good match for my skin, to cover up age spots and other discoloration on my face. Here is the pink shade, which I'm going to use under my eyes. And these are really nice and creamy. And I just want to get it in those dark circle areas. I don't want to go totally under my eye. And I want to show you the difference between the shades fair and light. As you can see, there's quite a difference. Fair is obviously the lightest shade and light is the deeper one. Now I'm applying this fair shade as my light contour. As you can see, I've applied it in my marionette lines here, which hopefully helps those come forward a little bit so they don't look quite as deep. I applied it over my Cupid's bow, and I also am going to apply it down the center of my face for a little contouring, as well as here. And if you do this, you can also get a little bit of lift to the eye area. I hope you can't hear my stomach growling. I can certainly hear it, but I don't know if you can. Now I'm taking the shade Light, which matches my skin tone, and I'm going to go over those age spots. It does a pretty darn good job of covering. And certainly have a big one over here. That is a really nice new product from NYX. I vowed that this year I'd try some makeup brands that hadn't previously been on my radar screen. So when I saw a positive review of this liquid blush from the drugstore brand Hard Candy, I decided to take a chance, and I'm so glad I did. This is our 6th product, Hard Candy's Face Off Luminous Liquid Blush. It's a slightly dewy gel-like product which is not only buildable, but also is mistake-proof to apply because it's almost impossible to overdo the application. And I think the mistake-proof feature is a big deal for most of us, especially when we're talking about all too easy to go wrong blush products. The soft glow this blush creates is not only lovely for a soft spring makeup look, but the product itself is also comprised of skin-loving ingredients, such as vitamins, peptides, hyaluronic acid, and squalane. And it's vegan and cruelty-free as well. But one of the biggest selling points for me is the applicator. It's similar to a lip gloss applicator, so you're not dealing with an overly large doe foot that immediately deposits too much product. This applicator allows for easy and precise application. And don't be fooled by the image on the tube. This blush definitely doesn't come off as metallic. It's just a soft, dewy look, which is a great look on a more mature skin. The Pop Star Lavender shade is beautiful but is extremely light, so unless you have very fair skin, this shade may not be your best bet. Let's take a look at it. And here's what that applicator looks like. As you can see, it's very light. In fact, it almost doesn't show up on my skin, which has more of a cool undertone. However, the shade Born Yesterday is a lovely baby bubblegum pink, which sheers out to a lovely soft pink. This is Born Yesterday. Quite a bit more pigment with this one. The shade Who Is She is slightly deeper, more muted pink, which has a hint of mauve. This one is quite a bit deeper. Sparks Fly is a lovely peach shade, which I don't have, and Be Real is a light bronze. I'm going to apply the shade Born Yesterday, and because this is so sheer, I can get away with applying it directly from the applicator. As you can see, it's very easy to blend, and it's really such a nice, soft, luminous color. This truly is a great blush. I don't think this has gotten the hype that it should. It's probably not showing up very well, so I'm going to add another layer just so you can see it a little bit better. Without these bright lights, I would just wear the one layer, but I know you need to take a better look at it. Now I'll add some lip products. Age Perfect Lip Liner in Perfect Burgundy, Milani Lipstick in Violet Volt, and Juvia's Place Lip Gloss in So Glazed. So this is a Milani Violet Volt, and this is a Juvia's Place Gloss in So Glazed, which is a beautiful metallic shimmery pink. Now another option might be this beautiful face stick from NYX. It's their jumbo multi-use stick. And I think this is a shade called Blueberry, if I'm remembering correctly. I'd love to know in the comments section below what some of your favorite products are to use for a spring glowy makeup look. Well, that wraps things up for today. Thank you so much for giving me the gift of your time, and I wish you good health and happiness, and I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day. Take care.